Hi, welcome or welcome back. My name is Yu Ouyang. You can call me Yu Win or Win, and I'm happy that we can share this time together. So I like to start each video sharing a practice, and this one comes from way back when I first heard about Louise Hay. And one of the things she talks about, and one of the affirmations she has is everything is working out for my highest good, all is well. And around this time, I was also learning more about Theravada Buddhism. And I was driving, and I decided that when I was stopped at a red light, instead of getting upset, I would thank the red light for protecting me from the traffic coming from the other direction. And so that helped me to cool down and not have as much road rage. I want to say that probably um, kind of set the foundation for me. I tend not to be too angry on the roads, depending. But it's it was a nice practice for me when I was trying to be more mindful, when I was trying to be more aware. And I liked the gratitude that was inherent in it too, of just reframing what might normally be seen as something negative as something helpful for me. So, something for your consideration. Take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Okay, so today I wanted to talk about names. And so I share my name, and um, I have not always. And it was something that I recently decided that I would do. I know that when most people see my name, they have a fearful look in their eyes as if they are a deer caught in headlights. And so throughout my life, I've tried to mitigate some of that. And in school, it'd be sort of, oh, my name is Win, just to stop them from butchering my name. Um, and it's something that is very, personal, to most people's experiences. But I want to spend a little bit of time talking about names and what I found to be important, and then also to explain my name because I think every origin story of a name is pretty cool to hear. So, um, the conversation that led to this happened. It was probably after my reunion with one of my friends that I could reconnect with. And I forget if I shared first or if he shared. I may have just said, like, I wonder what it would have been like if I had grown up somewhere where people could pronounce my name. Um, and, I kind of elaborated a little bit for him. And then he shared. He was born in another country, he was raised in another country, and he came to college in the United States. And he has stayed in the United States. He got married to another person who was also from his homeland, and they have two kids. So he was sharing that at some point he and his wife decided that they would have their kids return to their homeland, go to school there, and be there for a year. And he shared the story of his daughter and how his daughter had been pretty shy and quiet before that. And then she was there that year. She was in an international school. And then when she returned, he noticed that she was much more outgoing. She seemed more comfortable, like in her skin. And he was really happy to see that. And it just made me think, like, what could happen, what could be possible if I spent time in Vietnam, and um, kind of what impacts it would have to be with people who are more similar. Maybe not exactly, but and then there's a distinction. Usually, if you are born elsewhere and you come back to Vietnam, they can tell. Um, you look different. You have a different vibe. Anyhow, so in terms of like language and being around it, so my name has always been, oh, I don't know how to explain it. It's been something that I've been embarrassed by and something that I'm always trying to make more palatable for people. And so after having this conversation with my friend, I made the decision that when I introduce myself, I will introduce myself pronouncing my name the way it is meant to be pronounced, and then I will give a version of it that is easier to pronounce if necessary, right? And so this was it was a pretty random decision, but it is one that I'm still uh, getting off the ground. It's something I do in these videos, which I'm proud of that, but I'm still finding myself um, not sharing my name in all spaces. And so the reason that it's important for me um, is earlier this year, I was visiting with some friends, and one person asked me to pronounce my name in Vietnamese. And so I did. And then they kept asking if I could say it so that they could hear it because they really wanted to be able to pronounce it. And I'm just used to people like hearing it pronounced and just it going way over their head. And so the fact that she was trying, um, and then she was able to say it, I felt very moved. My heart was very happy. Um, and so this was part of the reason why I had the other conversation with my friend from my college was the power in hearing your name pronounced the way it was intended to be, right? So I know that I can't always do some of the sound combinations for people's names. Um, if I can remember a name, I will try. Um, but there are times where I won't be able to. I know this. And so I think I just assume that nobody can pronounce my name. And the reason why her being able to pronounce my name, why it meant so much, is that with my family, nobody calls me by my legal name. There is a nickname that I go by in my family, and so everybody uses that name. And then I introduce myself by Win or you Win, you Win, and but I pronounce it Win or you Win. Excuse me. So I don't hear my name and I don't hear it from my family. And I'm trying to think of I don't always have to share my name when I speak to other people who speak Vietnamese. They can just call me whatever title I am in relationship to them. So if you have a name that can be pronounced the way it was intended, um, I hope you don't take it for granted. And if you have a name that can be challenging or difficult for people to pronounce, I hope there are people who can say your name the way it is intended. And if you're someone who's willing to try to learn, even if you can't get it perfectly, I think that says a lot to people as well. And so I wanted to share too my name, the meaning of my name. Um, so Oing comes from a concept that has been translated by Google to be erudite or wise. And then U is a prefix that, or is a another, is a part, it's not participle. Yeah, participle. Um, because Vietnamese is a monosyllabic language. Each syllable is a word, but sometimes you have to string words together to make a concept. And so Uying by itself means wise or erudite. And then you comes from the concept of travel. So in Vietnamese, travel is you lit. And so you refers to the world. And so you Uying, the way that I have come to explain it is that it is worldly knowledge or knowledge that one um, gathers from the world from traveling. And then I looked up the word for traveling between, I don't know if it was galaxies or planets or universes, but it has you in it as well. And so I do really like my name. And I wonder what your name origin story is. If you want to share, it would be great to hear, or what it means. I like knowing what names mean as well. Um, and if you're ever needing a icebreaker question, or if you are wanting to get to know someone a little better, you might want to ask them about their name. It's quite fascinating. So thanks for listening to me talk about names and for hearing what my name means. I hope you know, and if you don't, you will soon come to believe that who you are, exactly as you are, is worthy and deserving of unconditional love. I look forward to connecting with you next time, and until then, please take good care. Okay, bye bye.